Good morning, everybody. It is the first of the month. It is Monday, May 1st, 2023. We have hacks, we have theft, and we have malware today in Web3. Good morning, everyone. The year is going by absolutely crazy fast. I hope that everybody had a great weekend. I know I did. Do me a favor, please like, subscribe, share, click the bell icon if you want to have notifications about these YouTube shows that are coming out. Also, if you're on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, click those 5 stars and do me a favor, leave a comment. Everybody who's been leaving comments, thank you very much. Thank you for calling me the GOAT. I don't know if I can say that I'm the GOAT of anything, but that comment was very nice. Thank you to the person who wrote that. Let's get into today's headlines. Unknown hackers are breaking into accounts of people who use AT&T email addresses and using that access to then hack into the victims' cryptocurrency exchange accounts to steal their crypto. Basically, if you have an att.net, sbcglobal.net, bellsouth.net, or other AT&T email addresses, you are at risk. And we know how long you've had those addresses, probably 20, 30 years at this point, but now they seem to be at risk. So how are the hackers able to access your email and commandeer it so they can hack into your Coinbase account? Well, according to Tipster, the hackers are able to do this because they have access to part of AT&T's internal network, which allows them to create mail keys for any user. Mail keys sound like they're a lot like private keys, where you can access people's accounts without their login. It's almost like their master key to their accounts, their emails. And with this mail key, hackers can reset any AT&T accounts. And so far, by doing this and resetting and stealing people's crypto, they have made off with around $15 to $20 million in crypto. And if you're using an AT&T email address for your login credentials for your Coinbase or Binance US, maybe you might want to consider changing it to something else. And moving into some Ohio news. I love it when Ohio makes it in the news because we always have some interesting stories over here. Ohio man steals $21 million in Bitcoin from his brother and gets 4 years in prison. And I don't know, but I think this is a pretty good risk to reward calculation. 4 years in jail for $21 million, or the possibility for $21 million. Now, obviously, I'm not a thief. I'm not advocating thieving to anybody, but this seems like a little bit of a, I don't know, minor punishment for the amount of money that was stolen. Anyway, let's look to see what happened. So this guy, Gary James Harmon of Ohio, was sentenced to 4 years and 3 months in prison for stealing 712 Bitcoin that belonged to his brother. And this is from the DOJ. Like I said, the 712 Bitcoin is worth around $21 million in today's prices. When he stole the funds back in February of 2020, the Bitcoin was worth around $4.8 million. Now, this story is actually a little more convoluted than him just stealing the money. Basically, his brother was operating a money laundering system using mixers and stuff like that, moving Bitcoins and cryptocurrencies around for people. And basically, his brother siphoned off and found a way to snag some of those Bitcoins. Anyway, he'll be out in 4 years and some months. If you have a Mac, well, here's a PSA for you. Back in March, there was some malware that surfaced for Mac OS called Mac Stealer. And it was able to compromise iCloud keychain passwords, credit card information, files, and more. But now there's new malware called Atomic Mac OS Stealer. This Mac OS Stealer, or Amos malware, was advertised for sale on Telegram, and this person is trying to get $1,000 a month for it. So now malware has a subscription service to it. The Atomic Macro Stealer can get into your system and into your keychain and export all passwords from Apple Keychain. Get system info or information about your system. It has a file grabber, so you can get to the desktop and your documents. You can get your Mac OS password. If you're using a browser, say Chrome, you can get all your autofills, your passwords, your cookies, your wallets, your cards. Same thing with Firefox, Brave, Edge. It has features like brute forcing your MetaMask seed private key. And all of this is for the low price of $1,000 a month. So if somebody has a target in mind for $1,000 a month, they can steal basically everybody's passwords, information, and then do what we just spoke about earlier. Go into your Coinbase, go into your Binance.us, get your MetaMask, send all your crypto out, and make a healthy amount of money. But how do you protect yourself from this? Well, download and install software only from the official App Store. Don't be going just willy-nilly to different places to get your apps. Make sure it's coming from the App Store. Now, I know this is hard for a lot of things in crypto because a lot of things are going to be through GitHub or even the Chrome store, and Chrome is a lot less stringent than the Apple Store, but just be very, very careful and make sure that you know exactly what you're downloading at all times. Make sure you're using strong passwords and multi-factor authentication. And again, multi-factor authentication is not a text message to your phone number. Don't click any links in emails or open PDFs that you don't know. Just stay away from all that. And always keep your devices, your operating systems, and your applications updated. If there's a system update, I know that a lot of people used to not download these updates because it makes their computer slow or their phone slow, but it also has security updates. So if they do find some malware or a bug or an exploit, they're gonna patch it and send that out to you. So always update your apps, your OS, your iOS, and so on and so forth. Be safe out there, guys. Now, getting away from a little doom and gloom, we're talking about Jack Dorsey, and he's making a new chip to help Bitcoin mining become decentralized and open source. He completed the prototype design for a 5 nanometer high performance Bitcoin mining ASIC. And we know that other companies have been eyeballing this market for quite some time. NVIDIA's GPUs has been used for Ethereum mining before they switched to proof of stake. Intel tried to get into the Bitcoin mining by making a cheaper, highly efficient processor. They succeeded-ish. They are canceling the product, and they're going to stop taking orders for block scale chips by October 20th of 2023 and in production by April of 2024. Now, Jack Dorsey's block has revealed that it aims to build a mining development kit to provide a set of tools capable of increasing the accessibility to Bitcoin mining. Now, like I said, he's trying to get into this to democratize, to decentralize, and open source Bitcoin mining. Right now, Bitmain has the market share. And basically, if you want the fastest, most efficient Bitcoin miner out there, you're going to use something made by Bitmain. Everything else pales in comparison. And so there's a lot of disruption to be had and a lot of money to be gained if you can get into this market and disrupt Bitmain. As you know, you want a miner that can run the most hashes, so you have the highest chance of getting the Bitcoin and be the most energy efficient possible. And so Bitmain is laser focused on those goals. And so I'm very skeptical that an open source software and a mining development kit can actually compete with Bitmain. You might have an other alternative, but I do not think you're gonna be able to compete with Bitmain. I think a centralized company is gonna have to come out and just really find some proprietary tech to do those two things. Like I said, have the most hashes for the least amount of money, better than Bitmain, and basically wreck their business. Let's see what Jack Dorsey can do. Maybe he has something up his sleeve. Now let's take a look at those crypto prices.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
And the time is 9:59 a.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. We have Bitcoin sitting at $28,453, down 3% in 24. Even though Bitcoin's price is down, transactions are up, and they're at its highest point since December of 2017. Adoption, can we say? Especially since we see another bank failing and JP Morgan coming to scoop them up. I'm talking about First Republic. We have Ethereum sitting at $1,840, down 3.5%. Tether's number 3, Binance is at $335, up 4%, and USDC is number 5. Running off the top 10, we have XRP, Cardano, Doge, Matic, and Sol. The total market cap is at $1.17 trillion. We have a BTC dominance of 46.8 and an ETH dominance of 18.9, and that is our update today. I'll see everybody tomorrow. And until Tuesday, happy hodling, everyone. Hey, everyone. The bull run is coming. It's coming quick. And you need to be up to date on everything that's happening in the Web3 space. So please follow us on Twitter and like, subscribe, share these videos so we can keep you up to date daily on Web3 news.